What's up? Okay. And that is one. Ah, close! Closing. There we go. Now, live stream! We have done it. We have managed to make this go live.
Alright.
Yep. Now, if only we could get Genevieve to take her top off, life would be perfect!
Now for your life.
Hey, it made Cola smile! It made the drummer's voice smile! He's like, fuck you. He's like, fuck you, Mr. Tin Man.
Oh shit.
What the shit fuck goddamn is that?
Can you remind me why I dated you again?
Because I have a big dick and know how to use it? And what can I say? When you got it, you got it.
What a great way to start a fucking live stream.
Right? Hey, I own it. No arguments from the peanut gallery. And my fucking speaker keeps falling because it is a piece of shit and everything is off balance. No!
I've got to get me some headphones so I can hear you guys.
I just gotta get me some head.
I don't even know why I'm doing I don't need it.
Sure.
Yeah, that is the topic of discussions. Blowjobs acceptable in society or no?
Of course they are.
Okay. Well, we do got to recap a little bit from last week. There's some points that I do want to address here. I don't think that got adequately addressed. First off, Grandmaster Revan, your question regarding the Mormon priesthood issue of 1978 with the African American community. You want to know why that happened? And why God, quote, didn't fucking change it sooner?
Well, actually, I got it from George Connor when he replied.
Yeah. Well, I want to expand on that a little bit because here's the thing. Have we ever heard the saying that God can't move until man gets out of his own damn way?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You know, if you believe that the church is true, and, you know, I'll leave that to people's own individual discretion. But if that church is the one true church and all that shit, God couldn't act. Well, let's say for the sake of argument here. This is what we're saying. God can't act until man's willing to get out of his own damn way. So man had to get over his own prejudices and his own legalities and bullshit because prior to that, you know, you have the civil rights movement and all that fun shit. So all that had to change. You know, they had to have their civil rights. They had to have equal liberties. People had to get over their prejudice. Society and humanity had to be able to move forward before God could move, you know?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing behind that. And the reason why it happened? Because of man's stupidity. Now, another thing I do want to address that Connor brought up in his video was the Talmud. And, you know, there's no argument that the Mormon Church does have many elements that are similar to symbolism from Freemasonry and other elements. I don't know how much of the LDS ideology actually comes from the Talmud, but I will say this. Why did Babylon fall in the first place? Was it just because it was a wicked city? You got to figure, in the Bible, in particularly, you have this city, Babylon, that God just hates so much that he references it from beginning to end in the fucking Bible.
No, the only reason why he hated it was because of the fact that they were building a tower to try and get up to him.
That was the Tower of Babel. That was the Tower of Babel. That was a completely different instance.
Babylon.
I don't know about that, but I do know that in the Old
I
Testament there
just
was.
watched a documentary of it.
Well, I know that in the Tower of Babel, God destroyed the tower and he confounded the people's language. But for Babylon, that's when he had the fires rain down and people turned into pillars of salt and all that shit. Now,
No, that wasn't. That was Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, you're right. Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. Maybe you were right. Maybe I'm getting my shit confused. But in retrospect, you gotta think. Why was this city considered evil above all others? Were they just evil like every other, like the land of Egypt and Canaan and all that other shit? Were they just one of those many evil nations? And God just up and look, oh, I'm going to destroy you today. I'm going to make an example of you. Or did they do something so bad, like maybe like the Israelites, were on the right path, but then just fucked shit up so god-awful bad that God said, Kersmack it.
Well, it probably could be with greed, corruption, hyperpower.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it was.
All right, shoot.
Okay, the reason why he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah was because of the fact that they were adultering, lying, murderous, and they broke all 10 commandments that they were originally given.
Yeah.
And that's why God told Noah to build the ark, because he was going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah with a flood that would last for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was going to wash out all the sin of the world along with them. That's why, because they were breaking every last one of the 10 commandments.
Okay, well, this is part of the 10 commandments. But Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by fire. The world was flooded after the fact. These were two separate events.
Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by a pillar of salt. Then it was flooded. And anybody who looked at Noah's...
The wife into the pillar of salt.
Yeah, you had the fires that rained down and turned people into pillars of salt. And it was, what was it, Saul? Yeah,
anyone in Noah's family looked back at Sodom and Gomorrah, they would turn into a pillar of salt. But Sodom and Gomorrah was just rained off.
It was Saul's
family. There was no flame.
Yeah,
that was it.
Okay, I'll look this up later, but if I'm wrong on this, if I'm correct here, it was Saul and his family that left Sodom and Gomorrah, and it was his wife that looked back, and she was turned into a pillar of salt.
Noah.
Again, I'm gonna have to.
Where it comes from?
Okay, well, if I remember correctly, it was Noah and his wife and his family that built the ark.
Lot.
Okay, but again, I will have to look that up. That's Sodom and Gomorrah. What I'm talking about with Babylon in the Talmud is, what if Babylon was once a holy city like Jerusalem or something? Because you got to figure, if the original religion started with Adam and Eve and they started humanity and all that shit, then the belief system was passed down generation to generation and obviously became perverted. So, in any given culture, you're going to have elements of that original religion and belief system that is integrated into your culture. I mean, Egypt has this. You have elements of a prophesied virgin birth and similar story to that of Jesus Christ. The Greeks, the demigods, like Hercules and so on and so forth. Very similar.
Philippians.
Yeah, there you go. Very similar stories, all from different cultures that are also common.
Well, if you look at the Noah's Ark, some say that the flood was done because of Poseidon.
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of the same stories.
You had the Olympians. You had the Greek gods. I mean, one of my favorites is Zeus.
Yeah.
Because he had he controlled the skies.
Yeah. Essentially,
Poseidon-
the equivocal he's the
Poseidon
Greek
had the
equivalent
sea,
to Jehovah.
then Hades had the sea. No, Hades had
the
hell.
underworld. Hades had the underworld. Ares was the god of war. Poseidon was the god of the sea. Hermes was the messenger god. Aphrodite was the goddess of love. And Athena was the goddess of war and wisdom, who started out as a thought of Zeus's and decided that it was such a good idea that it literally manifested itself into flesh and ripped itself out of Zeus's head.
Athena was the daughter of Hera and Zeus. Don't even go there. Nah.
Athena, I was to understand that she was a thought of Zeus's, because Ares was so corrupt as the god of war that Zeus felt that war should be tempered with wisdom and also compassion, and the thought manifests itself.
That's in Roman mythology. In Greek mythology, Athena was the daughter of Zeus and Hera, and Ares didn't even exist. It was just Athena.
I'm going to have to look into that, Again, but the point is, you got similar stories. Where do they all originate? If Christianity, or the Judeo-Christian belief system, is in fact the original belief system, then all corresponding ideologies, including Babylon, have to have a common source. And even if you don't believe that Judeo-Christian theology was the original, obviously, if there is an original, all the corresponding belief systems have to have their roots somewhere.
Paganism was the original.
Maybe. We didn't live back then. We don't know.
I do. Look at history, damn it.
Okay, well, for all we my point is,
Well,
as far as Babylon and the Talmud,
Christianities as well. So.
Yeah, well, the point I'm trying to get at here is the Talmud and everything that Babylon did, despite how bad it was, worshiping Molech, child sacrifice, pedophilia, all the shit that they did, granted, it was all bad shit. But that was probably stuff that was integrated on top of the original belief systems, just like what happened many times in Israel, where they took the traditional Judeo belief system and perverted it. Like what happened many, many times in the Old Testament. I mean, how many times was Israel destroyed or led into bondage because they perverted the belief system? Who's to say that didn't happen in Babylon? And at which point, many of the elements that are in the Talmud and in the Babylonian belief system are in fact part of whatever the original Judeo-Christian belief system was, provided that is the original belief system. So the argument could be made that if the Mormons are the true restored church, then it would not be surprising that you would have elements from other religions, including Babylon and other religious ideologies. It would not be surprising. And at which point, as Connor addressed in his video, and as I've said many times before, you've got to sometimes take the good with the bad. There's going to be elements of good, there's going to be elements of bad. And that's just the natural order of things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that Mormons or Zionists, especially considering the ideology of Zionism, didn't come about until about 50 years or so after the formation of the Mormon Church. The Mormon Church was officially became a church in 1830, and I believe that Zionism became an official religion in the 1890s. So you got about a 60-year time span between the two. Maybe Zionism came from Mormonism. I mean, it is possible. And all that Zionism is, from what I understand, is going from religion to materialism and nationalism. At least that's as per the ideas promoted by Jewish philosophers and experts in that field. I mean, that's all I really wanted to say on that. Is there anything you guys want to add as far as input to that?
Yeah. You also want to look at the Amish. You know, they look at their lifestyle. You know, I mean, they make their own stuff, their own clothes. They make their own. They build their own houses. They build their own barns and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't use any modern stuff. No
Yeah.
computers, no cars, no nothing.
Yeah,
They
and
ride
the Quakers,
horse
who
and
are
buggy.
an off branch of that kind of integrates society. I've met quite a few Quakers. It was weird to see a bunch of Quakers sitting outside of a liquor store in a minivan in Nashville. That was kind of creepy. Yes, that actually happened to me. I got the picture to prove it. I'll send it to you guys later. But it was funny as hell. But, you know, in retrospect, you do got to look at, you know, not necessarily the dark aspects of religion or where it possibly got its origins and ideas. You know, let's look at what these religions have to offer. I mean, every religion's got its bloody history and bad aspects. I mean, the Catholics have the Crusades. The Orthodox Jews have their campaigns against their neighbors during the Israelite times. Even modern-day Christians, such as Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran, so on and so forth, they've got the witch trials and the witch hunts and all that shit. I mean, so yeah, every Christian belief system has got some negative elements to it.
Now, right there, you gotta look at again. Like I said, the sin witch trials. Now that's been going on for shit.
Yeah, that happened back in
Far too long.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and in their minds is that you either confess or you die. Either way, you're screwed because you're not allowed to defend yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you have to confess. Okay?
It was a kangaroo court.
Either way, if you confess or not, you're still dead.
Yep, and the worst part about all of that is, you know, you have so many good elements and you have so many bad elements, and that's mainly because of human ignorance. That's not because of God, you know. And yeah, you're going to have bad aspects in your religious ideologies. I mean, you're going to get that regardless. But you got to ask yourself, yeah, there's some dark elements to Judeo-Christian history, regardless of what denomination you choose to subscribe to. But you also got to look at the flip side. What good have these religions done?
I think it's really. Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of really okay on two things. Okay, religion. The main three. Nobody knows how they came into existence. When or where or who.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the Mormons with their Joseph Smith story, and you know, whether or not you believe Joseph Smith to be a prophet is up for the individual to decide. I'm not going to tell you he was or he wasn't. I mean, you read the stories, read the accounts of his visions and the things that he did, and you decide for yourself whether or not you think he was a prophet. But beyond that, you know, whether he was a con or whether he was a true prophet, what was produced out of that? You have the creation of a religious organization that has one of the biggest charity and welfare programs on the planet that doesn't necessarily just take care of its own members, but it actually outreaches to the community all around the world in which they serve. You know, anytime there's a catastrophe, who are the first responders generally? You got the Red Cross and you got the fucking Mormons. Right there, offering aid, food, and anything they can. You know, so regardless of whether or not Smith was a prophet or not, he was instrumental in creating something that has benefited and helped a lot of people. And even in just the spiritual aspect, it has done something that most Christian belief systems have not done. They have, whether the answer is right or wrong, they have provided answers to the questions of who are we, why are we here, and what happens after death. And that in and of itself has given a lot of people who traditionally would have been on the fence hope and peace of mind, especially when people close to them have died. So in that respect, I tip my hat to that. If that's a belief system that can give people peace and offers humanitarian aid and does all the good that they can, right or wrong, keep up what you're fucking doing, because you're helping fighting to make
do that.
Voice in that regard.
But here's the thing: we have a thing called the separation of church and state.
Oh,
okay?
Of course, yeah, and you have to have that.
Both supposed to be separated. Okay, but why would a church put up $122 million for a prop that, I mean, if we're going to put in money for that, you might as well lose your tax exempt
status. Yeah, and I can understand where you're coming from. I mean, that's a big problem for a lot of people, especially who are pro-LGBs. Even those who are Mormon pro-LGBs, whether they're homosexual or not, that tends to be an issue of concern, and rightfully so. And I think a lot of it has to do with what I said at the beginning of this broadcast. People can't get out of their own fucking way. Maybe there was a reason that God banned things like homosexuality, incest, and bestiality, and even interracial relationships in the Old Testament. And yes, if you look in the Old Testament, it says, "Thou shalt not mingle with this people." It says it numerous times. So you have incest, homosexuality, bestiality, and interracial relationships that were big fucking no-nos. 2 of which are now legal. 2 of the 4 are now legal. Okay, and most of which is probably due to prejudicial issues. A matter of human superiority. White power, brown power, whatever the fuck. You want to chop up those fucking labels and shove them up your liberal ass for all I care with that ideology, because I don't buy that shit. But, people just can't seem to get out of their own way. Now, I can understand the Mormon reasoning, if their theology is remotely true, it's understandable, because, God has these spirit children. You need a man and a woman to produce a physical body to house these spirit children. Okay, got it. 2 dicks can't produce a child. 2 vaginas can't produce a child. Okay, I get the concept. Hot dogs and donuts have to happen. We get the concept there. But I think a lot of it may have to do with the prejudicial issues because of people's moral standings, taking things too far. Because if you allow one thing, give them an inch, take a mile kind of thing, I think maybe that might have been a factor. As to why God said, just fuck it? No. Just fuck it. And don't even want to deal with it, okay? Just this, yes, that, no.
That's like
the
old saying. That's like a saying, give a man a gun, he'll rob a bank. You give a man a bank, he'll rob the world.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I think a lot of these theologies, maybe in many respects, the liberals and a lot of these new creationist religions are right, that a lot of these things are outdated, and maybe it is true, and maybe it's time for humanity to change. It's not necessarily that God is changing, it's that humanity has finally evolved and matured enough to where they can actually handle these things responsibly. It's like a child playing with a lighter. No, you don't play with a fucking lighter, but once you grow up and you have an understanding of how this works and the repercussions that can follow, yeah, you can use a lighter and be fine. Maybe humanity at that time was not responsible enough for these things. Like, let's take the incest thing, for example. The main genetic issues or the main scientific issues, I should say, is that close breeding of the bloodlines can cause retardation and deformities and so on and so forth. Well, back then you didn't have things like birth control and abortion and all the other things that are now readily available in society. You know, if you opt out a kid, that's on you. And if it was with your own relative and it came out fucked up, you know, there wasn't a lot you could do about it. But now with the medical advances, you can actually avoid having children altogether. And if you did decide to cross those lines and those barriers, you actually stand a better chance of producing a semi-normal child. And in that regard, you know, I kind of find it kind of bizarre, and I want to point this out, and I want to get your guys' opinion. You know, the whole legal premise is that it would produce retardation and physical and mental disabilities and produced offspring. But if two people with disabilities breed, that's okay. I think that may wind up being an argument of a double standard as far as this legal issue is concerned. And let's not mince words. It's going to.
I think that question has. I think that question has a double standard. Also, a. I mean, it's like, okay, cloning. Okay, I mean, we've had someone clone a sheep, and that clone produced a offspring.
Yeah, and it grew
and
healthy.
It lived for 6 years. 6 years. Yeah.
Well, if you want to take a
But if you clone a human, that's
somehow
they have the same genetics and whatnot. Can you manipulate the genetics?
Genetic mutation? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even from a Judeo-Christian standpoint, you can. Okay, because what is God from the first pages of Genesis? Okay? He created the universe and everything from nothing. He created man from the dirt. What is that? Alchemy. Okay? He put Adam to sleep. Took one of his ribs and created Eve. What is that? What is the scientific term for that? For putting somebody to sleep? What is the scientific term for that? Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know when you put somebody to sleep to put them under for surgery. Okay? You have God not only performing a complex surgery, but using Adam's DNA to not only create another human being, but a human being of the opposite gender. So yeah, we have not only surgery, but also cloning and genetic mutation.
Well, the thing is, there are possibilities that say I get cloned, and my clone has genetic difficulties.
Yeah.
No retardation or some other health issues.
Yeah, well, I mean, naturally you're going to have that risk factor because you're exploring a science that hasn't really been explored too much. I mean, they cloned, what was it, Dolly the sheep, back in 1998, like 97, 98, and haven't really done much with the technology since. I mean, the furthest we've come with anything integrated in that kind of technology was stem cell research. But the cloning process itself was kind of just thrown on the back burner. It's like, okay, we did this. We decided, it's not something we want to do. We don't want to fuck with that, especially with human beings are concerned, because the liberal Christians will argue it can't have the same soul, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the theology people want to tie into that probably had a lot to do with it. But the science itself is essentially at a standstill and could probably produce some major health benefits. I mean, the most that they've actually done with any of this is cloning human organs individually for tissue replication.
One of the big arguments is that evolution versus creatism.
How do we know it wasn't both? How do we know it wasn't both?
I believe in evolution because evolution is a science.
Well, not only that, but think about it. We do not know how long Adam and Eve were actually in the Garden of Eden. We don't know how long they were actually in there before they got their asses booted out. So you could have gone through the age of dinosaurs and all that shit in the time that they were actually just chilling there. In fact, the, quote, 7 days or 7 cycles or however you want to look at it could have been within the span of 65 million years, and at which time everything else was taking place outside of the Garden of Eden, including evolution. Because if you think about it, what does it say after Cain killed Abel? God cursed him with a mark, and he went to dwell with another tribe. Well, if Cain and Abel were the first 2 sons of Adam and Eve, there couldn't have been another tribe for him to go dwell with. Now, could there? Unless there were other human beings or other, quote, humanoids out there that he could join up with.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm fine.
What's so funny, Genevieve? What do you got, honey?
Nothing's funny.
No, you're laughing your ass off. What's up? Am I wrong in my thesis here?
I asked my friend Laura for a cigarette, and she said that she's still hungover.
Ah. And now I got things fixed where I can actually switch out cameras now. Yay, happiness. Trevor, what do you got? Anything you want to add? I know you're the spiritual theological one. I know you've got something you want to add to this.
Well, about what? You covered a lot of topics. Where do you want to continue?
Well, I'm sure you've got quite a few topics. What?
I haven't been paying attention because as soon as you started talking about Salem witch trials, I shut it off. I was like, I'm done.
No, it was actually pretty interesting what we discussed. You would actually find what I said.
But Salem witch trials, they make me sad because it makes me sad because one of my family members, she actually was burned at the stake for.
And why did all of that happen? Why did bad things relating to religious theologies happen? Human ignorance in the whole my way of thinking is right. Bullshit. Human ignorance.
It's not just that. There's another aspect to it, and that is that people are afraid of something that they don't understand. Like even today, there's 2 sets of it. There's either the people who are fascinated by it and are drawn to them, or there's the people who seek us out and want to kill us or get rid of us because they think that we're some sort of disease. And it's like, no, it's not a disease. It's just
well, if you think about it, in the Old Testament, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a story where a witch was utilized as kind of a prophetess for Israel. If I remember correctly, at one point, it was one.
I never read any story about that.
Yeah,
I've never read anything about that.
I'm gonna have to look it up, but if I remember correctly, there was at some point that a witch was consulted. She wasn't killed, but she was in fact consulted. And I think what it comes down to is two variables. One, the whole don't have any other gods or anything before me, God wants you to come to him with all your problems and let him be the solution, yada yada. He wants to be the loving parent, don't put anything before him. You got that element. Plus, you also got the human element of give them an inch, take a mile. And I think a lot of that was human fear of even white magic, which have the potential to go dark. So just cut them off at the pass. I think a lot of that might have played a factor. Human ignorance.
The Salem witch, like I said, honestly, I don't know about any witches being used as an oracle or a prophet in a prophetic way. All I've ever heard of is that witches have always, and I do mean always, ever since Christianity came about, we have always been told that we are wrong, we are an abomination to God, that we don't belong on this earth, and that we shouldn't even be thinking about witchcraft. And we end up getting blamed for things that we've never done. We end up getting prosecuted and either in Israel and stuff like that. We got stoned, we got drowned in Salem, we got burned at the stake in Salem, we got, there were so many things that we've gone through, and yet we have never, not once, killed someone who wasn't a volunteer in a way.
Yeah. Well, look.
But yet Christianity, they go off and they do the Crusades, and everyone thinks that they're the biggest heroes. It's like, really?
Yeah. If anything, Catholicism got labeled one of the biggest historical monsters of all time. They're right up there.
Monsters.
As far as their kill list, they're pretty well up there as far as, persecutions of people of differing ideologies. And that's the problem. People can't get over this whole live and let live. You have to fucking subscribe to my way of thinking, you're wrong, and therefore you must be punished. I don't like that bullshit. Okay, if you want to be a witch, so be it. That's not my cup of tea. Been there, done that. Didn't really work for me. Okay?
That's like Galileo. He built his telescope, and he noticed the Earth revolved around the sun, and he told the Pope.
Yeah, and he was burned for heresy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was put on house arrest until his dying day. I'm like, man,
I thought he was burned for heresy. Or was it his son was burned for heresy after the fact? Because he took his friend's ideas and ran with it or something. I don't know. I know somebody was burned for heresy.
I mean,
like that.
I don't know. Look at Nostradamus. I mean, they didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, and he's known as a modern day prophet now. Whether he was a prophet, again, it's one of those things I'll leave to the individual to decide. But who knows? I mean, I choose to look at any warnings or any prophecies by anyone. You take it with a grain of salt because, whether they're a prophet of God or whether they're being manipulated by the devil or whatever the fuck, there's obviously some element of truth in there. Even if there's a majority of it a lie, there is always elements of truth. So you always got to be mindful. And you always got to be willing to learn and grow and expand your understanding. And I think that's where a lot of these religions fall short, is because they get caught up in this paradigm of, I'm right, you're wrong, put your head in the fucking sand bullshit. I deal with these kind of people all the fucking time. It's just pure ignorance. Even King Solomon, his one wish from God offered him anything in the fucking world. And Solomon said, give me wisdom so that I can govern the people properly. And God respected that, but yet you have all these religions who propagate ignorance. Don't question the Bible. Don't ask for explanations to the holes in these stories, in these theologies. Just accept it blindly and don't ask any questions or you're a bad person. It's like, fuck you. I'm going to ask all the goddamn questions I need because I want, need, and deserve the answers. And whether I get those answers in Mormonism, Catholicism, Hinduism, the Torah, the Talmud, or witchcraft, if the truth is out there, I want to fucking know it.
Yeah. One question that people often ask is the meaning of life.
Blue.
I mean,
Yeah, I see Jennifer smirking. She remembers.
if
She remembers.
I mean,
Blue.
even even if you ask that question, nobody knows the answer to that question.
I can tell you the answer right now.
Let's hear it.
The meaning and purpose of life is to live your life on your own natural path, a path that makes you happy and in your dreams. That is the simple truth of it.
Thank you.
I look at it as an opportunity to learn and grow and progress. Maybe the Mormon theology is right, even in just a point. Maybe this is an evolutionary stage. We start out as spirits, and then we came here to get a body, kind of like a
That's the thing. It's all
caterpillar
part of
going
your
into a stage
individual
and then becoming a
path
butterfly.
in your
Maybe this is the
dreams.
middle stage.
If that is your path to seek that knowledge and to do that, and if that's what makes you happy, then that is your purpose in life. The meaning of life is not a general thing. It's not the same thing for everybody because it focuses on those individual gifts and their talent. That's why it makes sense when you say you can't tell a person the meaning of life, because the concept of finding the meaning of life is to find.
Yeah, to find the meaning of life is the meaning of life, which is to grow, correct? To grow in enlightenment and in happiness and in peace.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Where'd boobs go? Where'd the boobs go? We lost the boobs.
Boobs.
We like boobs.
Boobs.
There, boobs. I saw boobs.
Sorry.
Word. Surprisingly enough, I haven't had a cigarette in well over a year. I've quit smoking, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, so moving on to the next topic. Donald Trump,
Yes,
good guy or bad guy?
Oh, God, no.
Let's
Oh, we
get
were
off
doing
the
topics?
religious banter bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a relevant topic. Donald Trump, good guy or bad guy?
I am exercising my rights to the Fifth Amendment of not being able to say anything that will prosecute me.
No self-incrimination.
I could care.
Let's see.
Care less
Good
about
guy, bad guy. I gotta say all of the above, man.
Yeah. Me?
No one's perfect,
Okay.
I do
so-
have an opinion on this.
Shoot.
I first of all, I don't care either way. Good guy, bad guy. I think it's just the same. It's just going to be a face for a plan or whatever. My main argument for people who support Donald Trump's way of running a business is the argument to pretty much revelations of the microchip and the system of 666. You have a person who wants to run your country like a business. Think about what that entails. What happens in a corporation? The people at the top get the money. People lower slave away, and the people outside the corporation, they don't get any of it.
Yeah. It's like I always say,
to me, running your business like a corporation is just the next step of getting microchips in your fucking wrist in order to get fucking half the shop here or go there.
Yeah. The reason
Like I said,
I want
the apocalypse. I want the restart, so I can care either way.
Yeah. In fact, let's get into that a little bit here. The reason why we wound up doing these roundtables so late is because I am the facilitator for a class regarding starting and growing your own business. So it's part of these self-reliance courses, and you get certifications for it and everything. But I'm the facilitator for this class, and it's about a 2-hour class, and we explore these theologies. And one of the things is, being self-reliant, food storage, and you gotta wonder why. And from a religious standpoint, if Revelations is in fact true, you're gonna be heading into the mark of the beast and all that shit. So naturally, if you're a Christian, you're not gonna want to be part of that system. So you're gonna have to be self-reliant. You're gonna have to be able to grow your own food, produce your own goods, generate your own way of living off the...
Like the Amish.
Yeah, exactly like the Amish. You're going to have to be self-reliant completely and 100%. And I mean, you can resist it to a point. I mean, you got companies who are trying to implement microchips, and at which point you can argue constitutionally that it flows against your religious ideologies because it represents a system similar to the mark of the beast. So you can fight that, and you know, depending, I don't know where that fight would take you, but you can fight it. You legally have the right to fight it. Whether you win or not, I don't know. I couldn't begin to tell you, but you know, that's one of the options. But me personally, like Drummer was saying, you know, we're slaves to the system that threw us over 30 fucking years ago. We bust our fucking asses to make some other motherfucker rich that we'll never even meet in our lives. I'm sorry, but I'm not down with that shit. Hey? I want to be the motherfucker at the top who fucking gets rich off of his fucking hard work. Okay? I want my hard work to legitimately pay off and get me to the point where I don't have to fucking be slave labor. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking into these courses, you know, starting my own business, doing my own thing. Because I don't want to be working in a fucking factory all my fucking life in 102 plus degrees next to a 900 degree fucking oven, taking hubcaps off the fucking line for 10 to 12 hours a fucking day to make some little motherfucker rich who I'll never meet in my fucking life. Fuck that shit. You know, I'm thankful for the fact that I have a job, but damn it, I want so much more out of life.
He worked in the Bay Area for almost 30 years. Almost 30 years for 4 different companies. And he helped them save a lot of goddamn money.
Yeah.
Because instead of buying out these new trucks they got now, he would help them save money by getting parts for the trucks.
Yeah. And that's my business.
When he retired, I told him, I go, look, Dad, man, look. For incentive pay, they should give you one of those trucks.
There you go.
Because he saved them lots of damn money. Because you got these young guys who think, well, here's a young guy, he'll fix it. Come on, you're bringing these trucks back broken. My dad, he goes in, he fixes these trucks, sends them out, bring them back and get them broken.
Yeah.
He saved this company thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on parts alone.
Yeah, well, that's smart business.
And he was a foreman. He was a foreman until he was close to being supervisor at one time. So as they went out in the field, he's in the garage. Their garage, fixing the trucks and shit.
Yeah. And
for nearly 30 years, he'll go from Fresno to Frisco 5 days a week for a week for nearly 30 years. If it were a turn on the guy, you know, my dad, he's 63. 63, and he retired like almost 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And he had a back in about 10 years ago. He had a hip replacement surgery done.
Oh, something tickled Genevieve's fancy. I caught it, Genevieve. What are you laughing about? What's your friend telling you now? Is your friend telling you to lift up your tongue? I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. We all want it.
No, I'm being told to speak my mind. No, I value my life.
I speak my mind. I couldn't keep my mouth shut to save my fucking life.
I want all your boobies.
Well,
Come on, dance with me.
I voted for Trump, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Trump, build that wall.
Well, it wasn't for the wall. It was because
Canada.
America right now doesn't need to be run like a business.
Well, maybe it does. You know,
It needs to be run as a business right now. Well, it's to get us out of our debt. I mean, we keep sending money to all these other countries, like Iran and places that we keep sending money to them. But yet, they don't. They say, "Oh, well, we'll pay you back. We'll pay you back." They don't ever pay us back.
yeah,
So
and
what's
we're
the
sending
point?
millions and billions over there, and we don't even got it for ourselves. It's like, okay, look, how can you help somebody else when you can't even take care of your own house?
And
Yeah,
that's
how
what
can
Trump's
I-
trying to do. Is he
That's like,
wants
how
to.
can I loan you $5 when I'm 500 negative in the fucking bank, kind of thing, you know? I mean,
He just ended
that's
the
basic
CIA's
synopsis.
business of sending weapons to the rebels and shit. He ended that. Like that.
Yeah, but didn't he arm Syria with like billions of dollars worth of weapons at the same time?
No, that was Obama. That
Or
was
Saudi
Obama's
Arabia?
administration that armed the Syrians.
Obama and the CIA.
Yeah. Well, as far as Donald Trump goes, I had a friend of mine ask me, you probably remember Spicy Demon, the one that came up with Operation Adopt a Valentine. She asked me what my thoughts and opinions were on Donald Trump, and I said simply, I look at him as the pilot that is flying the fucking plane. Like him or hate him, you want him to do a good job. Because you do. The last thing you want is the motherfucker flying the plane to crash that bitch. Okay? So yeah, I hope the man does a good job and does what's in the interest of the American people versus the interest of the globalists. I
Hey,
don't
only
want
time
the
to tell,
pilot to
man.
crash the fucking plane.
I think either way, whether it was
That was so
Hillary
sexy.
or Trump, there's gonna be fucked up shit happening. Just like in Canada, we have fucked up shit happening. We can't even, like, we got bills C-61 and shit, like, get charged for misspending. We got, at the same time, like, America, I might never be able to give, like, an opinion that people could take seriously since I am Canadian, right? So, but at the same time, like, yeah, Trump, Hillary, man, either way, Hillary would have done fucked up shit, we would have had different groups doing the same shit the groups are doing now, you know what I mean? It would have been different people doing the same shit. This is all...
I would never vote for Hillary, you know, after what she did with Benghazi and then the email scandal and everything else she was involved in, there is no way in fucking hell I would want that woman as my fucking president. She's a psychopathic nut job and has a fucking body count behind her a mile fucking long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do
No
not
doubt
want a
about
woman
it.
with a body count behind her as my president.
But, yeah.
What's funny is that Obama says, "Well, I had a scandal-free presidency." Survey says bullshit. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I
Fucking shit.
I go, dude. I go, dude.
Fast and Furious. Okay.
Yeah.
Edward
I go,
Snowden.
Your legacy
Blasted
is
your
your
ass.
scandals. No president in history has ever had a scandal-free presidency.
Yeah.
Never
I mean,
had,
even
never
since he
happened, and will never happen.
Even
Well, you
since
know,
by
all the
time
good
he got
ones you gotta
elected,
get
you had
get
the
assassinated.
birth certificate scandal, whether or not he was born in Kenya or Hawaii. Yeah,
From
you got that
Washington
scandal.
first to Trump. I tell you what, no president has ever had a scandal-free presidency. Never happened. Will never happen at all. They will have scandals until they fucking die.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to address a Trump argument that I hear, and it's about the.
Sure.
I don't know. It's not as much as addressing. It's more commenting. You get a lot of people that are like, "Oh, Trump's a good guy because he doesn't take a presidential salary." He doesn't fucking need it. He gets
No.
just as much fucking money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, even
What's
if he
the-
turned over
Like,
his,
He's
such a
he's
good
getting
guy.
$1 a year.
yeah, even if
He's
he
getting
turns over every fucking
$1 a
penny,
year.
even if he's fucking turned over all his fucking companies and stock holdings to his kids, he's still going to be living off the residuals from that. And even
Yeah.
that alone,
For a
just
long-
the money that he's made
Oh, yeah.
alone in his time in business is enough to live on until he dies 100 times over. Yeah, the man doesn't fucking need it.
Trump is getting $1 a year.
Right? You know and that's neither here nor there. I don't care what your fucking salary is. What I care about is whether or not you do what is in the interest of the citizens of your country. That is all I care about. I don't want you doing what's in the quote interest of the globalists and the bankers and the elitists that you say you're against. I want you to do what you fucking promised and say, no, I'm doing what is in the best interest of the American people and what they want and what they need. That's all I want. I want a real fucking American as president that's going to do the job that he's supposed to fucking do, which is take care of the American people. And if that's Trump and Trump does it, great. If not, I will be sorely disappointed, just like I was sorely disappointed in Obama and in Bush and in Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
And every corresponding president for the past 20 fucking years.
Here's a question for another topic.
Politics.
Can we say that Antifa, BAM, and Black Bloc are domestic terrorist groups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. What's terrorism? That's installing fear into the people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point too? It's like, I don't know, and that's what's dangerous. In their minds, they're fighting fascists or whatever, right? They're just spreading just as much fear as the actual fascist party would spread. They're doing just exactly the same things fascists would do. What's the difference? I don't. And they're like, yeah, they're not only are they causing fear because they're doing this black bloc, and the black bloc is basically a tactic where they bring as much people as they can to make a force of presence. And isn't that fear? Isn't that terrorism?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I would say so. Any fear to propagate any violent action to propagate fear to sway a political or religious movement of any kind is an act of terrorism by definition. Right? Whether you like it or not. What the government does every fucking day could pretty much be considered an act of terrorism. Especially under the Bushes and Obama administrations. A lot of what they did. I mean, I think we had more shootings under the Obama administration than we had under the past 3 administrations combined. And I mean Bush Jr., Sr., and Bill Clinton. I think we had more shootings under the Obama administration than we had in the previous 3 administrations. And we had Oklahoma City in the Unabomber during Clinton's administration, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty tough act to follow.
Actually, we had the Unabomber from the late 70s to the 80s, part of the 90s.
Well, I wasn't exactly well conscious enough during the 80s. I was born in 84, so up to about 1989, I'm not going to remember too much, especially in the political spectrum of things. And I'm going to be way older, like, probably 10 or 11 before I even would begin to understand the dynamics. And that's providing I actually have memory enough, which I don't. Okay, trying to remember anything before I was 11 years old, a lot of which is very much hazy. I have bits and pieces. As per my accident when I was hit by an SUV and had that near-death experience, anything prior to that accident, is very choppy. I don't have a lot of my memory like you can remember a few years ago. You can remember in great detail. I only have bits and pieces. So unfortunately, I got a lot to work on from the early 90s on back, and I sure as hell wasn't here in the 70s. I wasn't even a nut stain in my mama's underwear at that point. God rest that bitch's soul.
I've been wanting to ask this question for a long time, and for the past 20 years, I've been wanting to ask this question. Now,
Shoot.
which presidency within the last 70 years had the most blood on their hands within the last 70
That's a
years?
good question. That is
Nixon?
a really good
I don't know. I just took a wild guess.
Who?
I just said Nixon. That was just the first thing that popped into my head. I have no idea. I have no idea the history, so don't take that seriously
All I
at all.
know is that he had a bunch of recordings. That's all I know, and the whole thing with Watergate. Pretty much everything you want to and need to know about Watergate, you can find out in.
Who was
Forrest
president
Gump.
during the Vietnam? Who was president during the Vietnam War?
Johnson, then Nixon.
Okay, yeah,
Johnson
that was
Nixon,
kind of
and
point
then
with blood,
Kennedy
right?
was in the middle with his assassination. He began to pull us out of Vietnam.
Because if you think about it, the Bay of Pigs, Kennedy's assassination, and the Watergate were all connected.
Of course they were.
And the reason why Nixon was forced to resign was because he wanted Kennedy. He wanted information in the archives about Kennedy's assassination, in which he had to go.
So you would say that Nixon was actually a good guy in trying to get that information and just kind of got his balls fucking chopped off.
Yeah, in a political way, yeah.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Hello, legs.
I was about to say, I was like, hello, legs.
I don't know. One of these round tables, I'm waiting for her to just sit there completely fucking naked.
Hold on.
I still got pants on, so yeah. I mean, I can take my pants off, but I don't think anybody would.
Oh, how's that?
I did not want to see that.
That good?
You guys keep it up. I'm gonna have
Good for you?
Fine,
Is
you
that
know what?
good
I'll
for
take
you?
my fucking shirt off, motherfucker.
There, you can see my face too. There we go.
There we go. I'll take my fucking shirt off. There we go, motherfuckers.
Oh
Skinny
yeah,
ass
that was getting odd.
Skinny ass motherfucker. Finally took his fucking clothes off.
Oh.
I think
Alright, this is actually very uncomfortable, so I gotta get.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a strike in this video.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll take mine off. You gotta take yours off, Genevieve.
No.
I got my powerful DBZ shirt on.
Your DVD?
Dragon Ball.
Oh. I thought you said DVD.
I am DVD.
Death Before Dishonor.
I am DVD. I am computer. Stop all the downloading. Help computer.
You know, honestly, the only thing I see Colin as right now is dressed up as Inuyasha.
Oh my god, it's so fucked up that you just said that. Because I have an ex-girlfriend who used to like really be into anime and stuff. And she used to like it like when I roleplay as Inuyasha and like take her from behind and shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm
Really?
like Comic-Con, stuff like that. I'm talking about Comic-Con. Go to Comic-Con and Inuyasha or something, oh, what's his name?
No, I just said that story because the whole Inuyasha connection. That's why it's fucking of all the characters you could have picked, you picked that one.
Or Koga. Koga would be better.
I don't even know half of that shit, but like, you know me. Genevieve, this
How
won't,
could you
this
know?
won't
I
fucking
could watch that
surprise
stuff
you.
all the damn time.
You won't this won't surprise you.
Digital monsters.
Got that?
Digimon, all
And
that.
Genevieve will probably hate my guts for fucking pointing this one out.
Avatar. I like Avatar.
That show was my son's favorite show.
Chris, you
son-
pull that thing out again, I'm going to beat you.
She hates that
My-
shit. After what I
I
did,
don't hate the show. I hate what he did. What he did was he ended up shaving his head and had his sister and her husband draw the damn freaking blue arrow and blue Sharpie on his damn head.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that. I'm already halfway there.
Oh, I legitimately did it. Go on my Facebook. Hold up. I am gonna fucking
I'm
bring
already
that up right now. I
there.
will
That's a
bring that
great
up for
idea.
the world to fucking see right now. I am
got a
gonna
full
fucking do
canvas.
that. The world is gonna see this picture. It's gonna be funny as hell. I gotta get to Facebook.
I had a mohawk about 2 months ago.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I mean, you guys can go on my timeline and see it, but for those watching,
Throw it
you're
up
gonna
on your-
laugh your fucking
Throw it on your
ass off.
timeline.
Huh?
So what's the next topic, by the way? Are we done with this Trump topic?
Yeah, we can move on from
Yeah.
Trump. Let's see, photos. Why do you keep popping up, drummer?
Because I'm everywhere, baby.
Yeah, I noticed.
Just not in the right places.
Right?
Oh, I can be.
In a year and a half.
I'm the hero the city needs, not the one it deserves.
Here's the topic: the Clinton kill list.
That's an interesting topic. Okay, so you guys will probably be able to see it from here, and the people watching won't be able to see it.
Damn.
It pissed me off. It really did. It pissed me off. I'm so pissed.
I did it! I fucking did it!
Awesome. That's like a really good arrow.
Yeah.
They used rulers.
Did we?
Yes. I remember because I kept yelling at you, going, "No, don't do it!"
Yeah. Back in the good old days.
From
The
Was
weirdest
that
shit
air
I have done
before?
in my life.
Oh wait, no, that was a different guy. Okay, I was tripping out.
What?
hold on, guys. I gotta give my dog some my mom's dog some insulin. Good. So.
You did what in your butt?
No, I gotta give my mom's dog insulin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He's diabetic.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why Genevieve broke up with me. I took my obsessions a little too far. You're like, I can't be with an arrow boy. Hey, Genevieve.
Yeah.
Let's just be glad I never got it as an actual tattoo.
Yeah.
never too late.
Finish.
No.
I'm actually letting my hair grow out. I'm actually letting my hair grow out. Believe it or not.
I was, but then it's like we're still in this fucking heat wave, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going right to skin.
Oh,
Right.
I would, but I don't want to be doing that. You know, because I get sunburned like a motherfucker here.
I actually like it now. I'm gonna keep it at the skin. I bought new razors.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Hey, just if you don't draw an arrow on your head, I think you're probably good, right?
That's it. We're halfway there.
Yeah.
Genevieve's like, Chris, I now remember why I broke up with you.
Oh, there's multiple reasons there, honey.
Oh, no argument. No argument. I was an immature douchebag with a really bad temper who liked to draw arrows on his head. But hey, there was good reason for me shaving my head. It really was fucking hot. I mean, we
Especially
lived
that
in
garage.
Southern California. It was like 120 degrees on average.
It got even more hot when we were in the garage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hers in my bedroom was in the garage. So yeah, no hair was kind of convenient for me at that point. Plus, it was just too damn funny not to fucking do it. You gotta admit, that shit was funny. Looking back on it now is funny as hell.
Once you great job, do the first time.
Yeah, it was.
You right time you don't have to do it that time.
Why am I looking at a ceiling fan?
Oh no.
Spinning, 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 spinning.
Sir, guys.
Ah!
382. So it'll be one. What? 130. Okay. 138. Okay. Giving a dog insulin,
Ah.
taking his blood.
Oh. Hey, Genevieve.
What?
Not easy, man.
Since I did something to offend you, I gotta do something to make you smile. Yeah, I finally got it back. I lost this movie around the same time her and I broke up, when I lost all my other shit. In completely separate circumstances, but damn it, I lost like $4 grand worth of my shit, including several hundred movies. One of which was this.
Goosebumps.
No.
Oh, Sweetie Todd.
Oh, okay.
Don't ever offend Johnny Depp that way again, please.
No, and I've got all the Pirates of the Caribbean's back.
Yay!
I've got Edward Scissorhands.
That was a good one.
Yep, I've got Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride. I've got pretty much all of them. I've got them all back.
I honestly think they should have Johnny Depp as Jack, but that's just me.
Yeah. Still damn good movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do we want to take things now?
I don't know. Aren't you the guy with the plan?
Fago! Hey! Look at the shirt, damn it! Look at the fucking shirt!
All right.
Okay?
Okay, I'm good.
Do we not see it?
I saw it.
Our table.
No. Everybody else. Yeah, you know.
No.
What is that? Some sort of herpes?
What?
What is that? Some sort of herpes on the side of you there?
Oh, fuck you!
There's a pill for that.
No,
It can contain it, but it won't get rid of it. You got that shit for
that is
life.
my Hatchet Man, motherfucker. That ain't no STD. That is straight up Hatchet Man, Juggalo for fucking life.
Hatchet Man, huh?
And in all honesty, thankfully, I am STD free. I was tested. I am clean. I am happy. I am good.
I'm just bugging you.
I know.
Clean as a sewer.
I don't know.
Hey, there's a joke. Why is there a cock on the weather vane?
I don't know.
Because if it was a cock, we'll blow right through it.
Okay.
What?
I get it. Okay, what? What's your question, Genevieve?
I have a question. Am I the only woman that has an obsession with knives?
No.
Depends. What?
Spicy's got an obsession with some very dangerous things as well. In fact,
Shit.
I am educating her on the perversions that lies deep within the subconscious.
There's a channel on it's called Dark Light Tea. They have a video called the top 10 of women who castrated their husbands or boyfriends on a video. Top 10 people, top 10 ladies.
Okay, are we talking like a BME Panolympics? What the fuck?
I don't have an obsession with knives that way. I have an obsession with the feeling of knives on my skin.
Ouch.
pulled across my skin. Not cutting me or anything like that, but just being laid against my skin.
Damn.
It's amazing. I don't know why, but it feels good.
She's a warped woman. Why do you think I loved her so much? I felt hard for this one. I'm like, oh my god, somebody as warped as me. I love you. And that's pretty much what happened, did it not? See, she's smiling. She can't argue that.
I think it was also my legs and how skinny I was.
Damn.
Hey, you're still damn good looking.
I was 5'9" and 135 pounds, C-cup chest, and legs that go on for miles. So yeah.
You still got legs that go on for miles. They've gone from a C to a D. And you're just as
Triple D.
Holy shit! Are we gonna talk about something?
Yeah, we're talking about Genevieve's body. Okay, we're not. I don't think any of us can argue this. We want to see more of Genevieve's body.
She's fine as she is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it one of those ongoing jokes every time she's on the panel. I'm gonna fuck with her, just try to get her to get naked, just to fuck with her.
Listen, I'm balls deep into this Final Fantasy online game, this 14 game.
Okay. All right. Well.
So unless we're gonna bring up a certain topic, I'm gonna fucking take off.
Okay. Well, what do you guys want to talk about?
The Clinton kill list.
Okay. Master Urban, let's roll with it. Clinton kill list. What do we got here?
Well, let's see. For the past, 30 some odd years, we had nearly 50 plus people that died in the hands of Clinton crime family.
Okay.
From state troopers, associates, lawyers, DMC people.
True.
Investigators. You got, just recently, you got a investigator, a Haitian official who was found shot dead, shot in the head. Supposedly it was suicide. And then you got
they all seem to be suicides.
Yeah, I mean, it's all on the list. Suicide. It's funny how Vince Foster, okay, twice shot in the head twice, no gun residue on his hands or his clothes, and supposedly he shot himself twice in the head.
Well, what I find interesting is what kind of people are the Clintons that everyone around them is quote killing themselves. Even if the suicide aspect were true, what's wrong with the Clintons and any other retrospect that is making all their closest associates blow their brains out? I find that to be pretty damn funny.
And like I mentioned before last week, tying off loose ends. You know, they're tying off loose ends and shit. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Bill Clinton as governor. You know, he was a sick motherfucker, dude. I mean, he was fucking the wife of one of the state troopers and shit.
Yep. Well, if I had a wife as ugly as his, I'd be doing it too. Fuck. And then again, I wouldn't have married something like Hillary fucking Clinton.
Oh, hell no.
Isn't she supposed to be like his cousin or something?
What's the point of her continuing this kill list? I mean, wasn't the original point was to cover up some Clinton shit, right? And to also to help get her into office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
so what's the point of continuing this? Is it just to cover up her own shit, or what's going on here?
They can't. The problem is they can't seem to keep themselves out of trouble, and they don't know how to fucking pull a ninja fucking status and not leave any traces. They haven't watched Ninja Turtles enough times.
Yeah.
They don't understand the concept of
you
Ninja
think the
Pizza.
more traces she gets rid of is the more evidence towards this kill list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what's
she has
the
to kill
point?
people because she can't because she leaves a fucking too big of a mess. She hasn't learned the Ninja Turtle concept of Ninja Pizza. Ninja Pizza? Pizza that vanished quickly without trace. Okay, she has.
Well, the thing
the
is,
Clintons have
well,
not gotten
her
that
fear
concept down.
is going to prison. And if she goes down, I mean, she has names upon names of people that's tied to her. And if she goes down,
They all go with her.
they all go with her.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, they might as well. I mean, they're all winding up dead anyway.
I don't know. It just all seems like a big pile of bullshit to me.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of questions as to why.
Like, no, I don't mean as in bullshit, as in like this, like she's not doing this. Because either way, it's with all the shady shit happening in this world, it could very much be a possibility. Bullshit, as in more stuff that I don't need to think about. You know what I mean? That doesn't, in the end, it's just, if it wasn't her, it's going to be someone else. And it's just this constant barrage of just fear.
Evil,
and-
evil.
Yeah, and I don't need that shit. I got enough shit to focus on, right?
Okay, well, there is something I want to ask you, Trevor, and this is something I was thinking about earlier today. The
What's up?
Canadian healthcare system.
What
Connor
about it?
had told me that basically how it works is the government uses your tax dollars to provide you guys with medical, dental, and vision. Pretty much whatever you need, minus stupid shit like a sex change or whatever.
Well, dental, it depends on your job. Different jobs offer different things. Sometimes your jobs will offer you dental and stuff like that. But basically, our healthcare system, our basic healthcare, where our taxes, it covers like normal doctor things. Like you go in for physicals and broken arms, but like not like dentistry, because that's like a different field of medical, right? But like
Yeah.
our taxes cover the general medical field. Though I can go in with a cut on my finger, which I do all the time because I work in a sushi restaurant. So I can go in with a cut on my finger and get it glued and walk out without paying a cent, right? Whereas you guys would probably pay fucking $100 for a glue.
How about 10 times that, honey?
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But we still have to, like, if it's dentistry and we don't have it covered with our job or with our health insurance, then yeah, we gotta pay for it. That's pretty hefty right there.
The healthcare here sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the reason I bring this up is I want to pose the question. Do you think there should be a universal health care system that utilizes our tax dollars to pay for medical, dental, and vision?
Well, that's a really that's like a really complex question because you have all economics, not only a country's economics, but then if you're doing a global, you have to incorporate all countries participating into it, their economics, and then you have to create a system that basically takes out the dollar system or the exchange rate, I would say, because that will generate the taxes to how much you're paying, and then you have to make a system like who's paying what out of what class of people, and then stretch that system to all the countries participating. There's a lot of work to be done, but in the end, I mean, if steps could be taken, and if we as united countries, as a united world, can provide healthcare to people who need it, I think that would be a fantastic idea.
Okay.
The
what about
the
even
path
just
to get there
individual
would be very
countries?
hard, would be very difficult, would cause a lot of problems, most likely, with a lot of people. But I
A lot
think
of
if there
people
was
using the privilege of
Yeah.
the system. Yeah, that's always a factor. We were actually talking about this in the business course earlier today. You know, what if our tax dollars were used to pay for our medical, dental, and vision, like Bernie Sanders had proposed? You know,
Well, who deserves it too? That's the thing. That's another question. Who deserves it? We have people, like, you know, homeless people in the streets who have a much higher chance of being injured on a daily basis than a regular person. So do we have all our taxpayers, all our tax money going to homeless people who are getting injured every once in a while, who need to go in for overdoses and stuff? Is all our tax money going to them, or are they going to be on a limited budget? Like, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of factors. If a person who doesn't get injured a lot goes in, but they can't be helped because the system somehow caters towards a person less fortunate than them, you know what I mean? If a person less fortunate is chosen over a person working and actually providing those tax dollars to the system, how much trouble is that going to cause? Like, it just can't be.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's got to be provisions and measures in place. Granted, I mean it's going to take some work. But what I'm thinking, it might be beneficial, at least in the regard between the pharmaceutical industry and its influence on government, because if our tax dollars were being used
I'll be right back.
in regards to the medical industry, the government is not going to be so happy paying all this money out to Big Pharma. Whereas right now, the people are paying out to Big Pharma. But if the government was paying out to Big Pharma because they're having to supply all of our medical needs, that might level the playing field and maybe even things out in regards to Big Pharma and their corruption.
The thing about government and them needing money is that in both our countries, let's just do America and Canada alone, we have a huge untapped revenue source, marijuana.
Yeah.
And just look at your states. The states alone in America are already generating enough to give, like, what is it, Colorado can give their citizens a few hundred every, half a year or something? Something like that.
Something like that. Like,
that's
there's
insane.
other states, like the state that I'm in, Tennessee, where it's still illegal. And we're like, why? Because it's run by a bunch of old fuckers who are stuck in the fucking bullshit paradigms.
Well, so the lumber industry too, right? Like, hemp can totally annihilate lumber industry. That's just what it is. Hemp can do everything lumber can build. They can even make hemp blocks now for building that are way more effective for lumber.
Yeah.
It'll completely annihilate the lumber industry, and they don't want to build up. They don't want to build up an industry to the amount of money the lumber industry takes while the lumber industry is down. You know what I mean? That's a whole gap of missing profits for the government. The government, they want their profits.
Yeah, when it gets to that point, you're kind of losing money.
So I think that's what we're seeing now is like the slow legalization in each state. I think we're seeing that slow build up so they can slowly take away the lumber industry and, make a bunch of hippies happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would make a lot of people happy, and legalization of marijuana in all respects, I think is a good thing. I mean, we had a guy in California.
It's proven to generate revenue. It is. It's
not just generating revenue, but it actually legitimately helps people. I've personally seen it.
Oh,
we had a guy who was given 6 months to live. He started smoking cannabis and lasted a long fucking time. Like, he lasted for nearly a fucking year. I mean, his cancer was beyond the point of going into remission, but it extended his life. It gave him energy. It gave him an appetite. It made that man's life worth living. I mean, he was happy until the day he fucking died. And
it's like everything, too. It can be abused, but everything can be abused. That doesn't make marijuana bad. That makes the abuse bad of it.
I mean, you got alcohol. I mean, that's legal, but it can be abused. Hell, I abuse it every fucking night.
Kills a bunch of people.
That is one thing I can say about myself. That is one thing I'm very big on. You don't drink and drive. Once the alcohol touches my lips, I do not drive. I wish other people that I've known employed those fucking rules, but apparently they're fucking idiots. But I digress. Whatever your poison is, I got my beer, I got all this fun shit. I don't do any hard drugs, I don't do meth, I don't do speed or anything like that. The worst I've ever done is weed. I used to smoke more cigarettes than Genevieve could throw a stick at.
Bullshit, not anymore.
I haven't smoked in about a year. I've been quit smoking.
Oh, no, yeah. But still, the thing is that I have now surpassed you in the smoking department as far as cigarettes go.
Okay, honey. How many cigarettes do you smoke in a day?
20 packs a day.
2 packs a day. Average.
And And I'm almost there.
Yeah, I was on average 2 packs a day. But you remember, I was a fucking chain smoker. Unless I was fucking, I was smoking. And sometimes even then, I'd be
When I
smoking.
quit,
Sometimes even when I was fucking, I'd be smoking. She'd be riding my dick, I'd be pumping a cigarette. I'd be like, yeah,
I got my last pack here.
That's your last what, Colin?
It's my last pack. I'm quitting after this one.
Oh.
when I quit,
man,
oh man, it was the toughest thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Cold turkey. And I started in August, about 4.5 years ago, and it was a bitch. I mean, it was like I had that fixation of 101, but I had to fight the hunger of having one, the craving of having one.
Yeah. What I would suggest, this week, I'm sorry to cut you off, Grandmaster Robin. What I would suggest, drummer, and the first week or so, even just the first 2 weeks, Fireball whiskey while you're at home. No, I'm serious. Fireball whiskey, not chugging it, but little sips. Whenever you're feeling a craving for a cigarette, take a little sip, and it will negate the craving. And while you're at work, get like Fireball Jawbreakers, like cinnamon Jawbreakers. Those will help while you're at work, but while you're at home, while you're chilling, while you're not doing anything, you get those cravings. A little sip, not even a shot, just a little sip of Fireball whiskey, just a little bit on your tongue, will negate the craving.
But it took me like a month. It took me a month to actually just no longer have the craving. That's been what, 4.5 years? Hey, I don't need one.
Well, me, I've been quit smoking for about a year, and I still want a cigarette. I don't have the craving, but it's that mindset. It's like, yeah, I want to fucking smoke with my fucking buddies. Like, oh, I'm chilling, I want to fucking smoke a cigarette. It's that fucking mindset. Because I've been doing it for fucking. For me,
that's my thing too.
For me, right? My reason to quit was I want years. I have an 18-year-old son. I want more years with my boy. And I felt like I deserve that right to have more years with my son because I want to see him go through college, get married, have kids. I want to be a living grandfather, for Christ's sake,
Yeah. Well, naturally. I mean, I'm not a parent, but I can understand where you're going from. What parent wouldn't want that with their kids? Who wouldn't want to see their kids grow up and see their
see, the thing is that my grandmother, she's been smoking since she was 12, and she's now 70-something years old, and she's still alive and kicking.
Well, the funny thing is about that, even, my mom smoked since she was a fucking teenager. And, she died young, but it wasn't because of the smoking. In fact, when she died, they did an autopsy, and her lungs were clean as a fucking 5-year-old's. Like, there was nothing wrong with her lungs whatsoever. And she had smoked till she was in her 30s. She smoked until I was like 13 years old. But, she did die young because she did drugs and shit like that. So she had organ failure in her stomach because of the drugs. But as far as the actual smoking goes, it had no impact on her whatsoever. So it really does depend on the body as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I'm short of breath, yes, but that's because of the extra weight that I have on me. But that's the only reason. Like before I had my son, I could run I was able to run 5 miles. I was able to run from my parents' house all the way to Walmart, which was about a 5-mile way, and I was able to run there and back without stopping for a breath because my mom really needed something for her diabetes. And I was smoking, I think it was like, at that point in time, it was half a pack a day. I was smoking 10 cigarettes a day, and I was able to still run.
Yeah.
So honestly, for me, it's just the weight that I have on me from the 3 pregnancies that I've had. But other than that, I don't have any effects from these things.
Yeah. And I'll admit, I miss smoking a lot. And, you know, and I remember you when you were still smoking, when you and I first started dating, you would walk from your house in Hemet to my house in North San Center in about an hour.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's quite a distance to walk. And in the time that you did it as a smoker, especially, that's rather impressive. I mean, shit. Look how I was getting around town when I was a smoker. Still, I would be all over the fucking place. I was working at a fucking ranch, sweating all day, smoking cigarettes, and still busting my ass off and riding my bike to and from work.
Jump list for narrator window. Exiting narrator.
The fuck? We know who it was. It was our avatar. It was our own avatar missionary, the drummer boy.
No, that wasn't me, man.
It was
It
you.
wasn't me, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, so where do we want to take this conversation now? I mean, we talked about healthcare. We talked
You
about
fucking asshole. Sorry, that was uncalled for.
whose asshole are we talking about?
I said yours.
Why do you want to talk about my asshole?
I want to get inside of it.
Wow, dude.
That came out the wrong way.
I think it went in the wrong way.
In a big way.
In a big way.
Wow. And now I'm afraid that the drummer's going to come to my house and rape me. For Genevieve,
Okay,
I don't think you have anything to
yeah,
worry
I'm
about. I
just
think me and my house.
Don't give me any ideas.
Huh?
Don't give me any ideas.
Like,
I'm just going to make sure that he doesn't ever get my address.
oh, dude, it'd be so easy for me.
I'm sure.
I gotta do is Google and look them up and shit.
Good thing I'm not registered anywhere. I've got no bills in my name. Nothing.
I do.
Yeah.
I got 2 loans in my name.
Damn.
I got Fortiva for Ideal Image, and I have my school loans.
Okay, so where else do we want to take this conversation? Or do we just want to pressure Genevieve to take her top off?
Suppressed inventions.
Suppressed inventions. Okay. We got Nikola Tesla's free energy system. You've got the water propulsion energy systems. What else do we got?
Water as fuel.
Waterless fuel? What?
No, water as fuel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Water propulsion systems.
Using water as fuel and no smoke, but just vapor, man. You convert your vehicle to use water as fuel and you run it. There's no smoke coming out. It's just vapor, man. It's vapors.
It's kind of like fucking a boiler system almost, but more advanced. Yeah, I mean that's what they used for the old trains. They used coal to heat the boilers, and that was about it. And that's what powered the systems. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I mean, what about like other free energy systems? Like we were talking about it at work the other day. What if Nikola Tesla had actually killed David Rockefeller and the Rothschilds before they had a chance to kill him? What kind of world would we live in?
A really different one, bro.
Most definitely. Do you think we'd be
something works positive, man? Because I mean, if we had free energy, dude, I mean, come on, man, holy shit!
It'd be like tomorrow.
We would have
the world.
we would have free energy for fucking a century. I mean, forever, dude. Until someone says Enough's enough. You gotta make money off the shit. I mean, look at Elon Musk. I mean, he created a small solar panel, solar tile for your house where it can run for thousands of years, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. And the solar industry, I mean, that's a big industry in and of itself. I mean, if you wanted to actually integrate solar yourself, I mean, the way the system is actually set up, I mean, you're generating power for the grid, and it's going to the electric company, and they're technically buying energy from you and providing you with free energy and paying you the difference, which is not a bad idea. But, you know, if you wanted to completely eliminate the electric company out of the equation, you probably could by powering your house directly. Which is not a bad idea, you know, because most of where electricity is generated is either by the solar systems, windmills, or coal. And I think if we could eliminate the coal aspect of things, you know, that would definitely reduce our carbon footprint, even though that doesn't fucking affect shit, as has been proven. But it would definitely make things a lot better, you know, as far as like having to fork out money. Because I think, why the fuck should you have to pay out money for a service that you could technically get for free? If you're gonna build a fucking house, build a solar system on and generate your own fucking electricity. Fuck it, why the fuck not? Why do we need companies like Edison and all these other companies?
Don't forget that they're making it illegal to do that too, right? You can't generate your own power. You can't collect your own rainwater. You can't live on your own sustainability. You need the government.
Okay.
That's the message I want to give you.
At which point, I can argue biblically, because you can use the Bible as a self-defense. If you swear on the Bible, you can use it as a self-defense. That the Bible says, and God commands you to be self-reliant. Okay? At which point, you can use that as an argument that you're being self-reliant. And at which point, you are talking about a victimless crime. A crime that does not entail any victim.
Yeah.
And for a crime to have actually been committed, you have to have a victim. So who was the victim here? Who got hurt?
Well, the government first say, well, we're the victims because we're not getting our money from the people that's living in our town.
Okay, sales tax, property tax, car tax, boat tax, income tax, federal tax, state tax. I think you're getting enough of my goddamn money. Thank you very fucking much, Mr. Taxation.
Yeah.
Shove it up your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Okay? You make enough money off me, and you know what? We've had a fucking revolution about this 200 fucking years ago over less. So fuck you.
It's all about money, man.
Shit.
Tax the people, you get your money out of it. I think it's bullshit.
Hell, in 1911, Congress ruled that taxation was theft and unconstitutional. Yet 2 years later, we pop up with the Federal Reserve and the IRS,
which came from bankers and financiers, not politicians, by the way.
which was signed into law by the president a year after he took office, having sworn that he would sign those two bills upon entering office as a condition of his being elected.
I say we need to repeal the 13th Amendment, repeal that shit. I say we abolish the Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, where's it?
Because and the IRS, because here's the thing. There's no law stating that you gotta pay your money to the IRS.
No. And taxation is that. Who the hell said that you have the right to come in and take my money? I work in a fucking factory all fucking night, 10 to 12 hours a day, busting my fucking ass, sweating to the fucking brow. I don't see no IRS agents helping me do 10 to 20% of my fucking job. So what the hell?
You-
They think they're entitled to
you could
10%
be-
of my
You
income?
could be a moonshiner. I mean, you could be a moonshiner making your own shit to sell.
My
All of a
great
sudden-
grandma was a moonshine.
Don't
Yeah.
fuck me
Found
up.
a whole
Don't
Yeah.
chemical in her
set me up.
basement.
We'll do something stupid tonight.
I mean, you got revenuers who are saying, who are trying to shut down your little business because you're making money by making your own moonshine, white lightning, your goody goodies, what are you doing? And
Good.
yeah, it's good. And you're making money off the stuff you make. Well, son, it's hard for you to pay your fair share, as well. Okay, you know. I mean, look at the probation time. Okay? The FBI killed a lot of people by fucking with the moonshiners by putting in these poisons and shit. I mean, they killed nearly 2,000 plus people during prohibition and shit.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 50 uses and shit.
You know what? I think it's a good time to bring up a topic that I wanted to discuss earlier but forgot about. Revolution. Do we think it's necessary or no? And do we think it's gonna happen?
I say fuck yeah, dude. Shit.
Right?
We need it, man. I mean, we need it badly, dude. I mean, shit.
Okay, what's gonna be? Sorry.
That's the thing, though. Revolution, man. It's depends on your definition and the way you see it. Because revolution is just a full circle, right? You're just going back around, restarting or whatever. I think a different type of revolution is needed where we break out of this repeated cycle we're in.
Okay, what kind of a revolution would you suggest in retrospect?
Spiritual revolution.
Yeah, spiritual revolution. And what would that entail?
Everybody needs to get to this place where they see the world and the distractions is just that, is distraction.
Kind of like what I say to everybody who likes sports. I hope your team wins so it can benefit your life in no way whatsoever.
Hey!
Or
What we need to do is execute all these fucking bankers, man.
Okay, and at which point we execute the bankers. You know, I had a conversation with a coworker of mine. He's no longer with the company, but he brought up a good point. You know, if there's going to be a revolution that happens, it's not going to be a handful of people. It can't be a handful of people. It needs to be a global thing. You know, it needs to be a global uprising and just basically the 99% putting boots to asses on the 1%.
I mean, look at Anonymous. They're doing their part, but we need to do our
Well, the problem with Anonymous, and I actually had a conversation with somebody earlier today about this. You know, you had groups like Anonymous, and then you also had the Occupy Wall Street and all this shit that happened. I think maybe they fizzled out a little too soon. And I'm not saying that Anonymous isn't still a very powerful entity. I'm just saying I think that, you know, everybody stopped doing what they were doing a little too soon. Occupy stopped a little too soon. Anonymous stopped with their hacker movement, the impact that they were having a little too soon. And let's not mince words. Anonymous has very much slowed their pace ever since the PayPal MasterCard incident. They very much slowed their pace after the feds came after all those people. And, you know, that's not to say that they still didn't make an impact, but things have greatly slowed down. I mean, when was the last time we saw an Anonymous video telling somebody or some corporation or something saying, hey, you change your fucking shit or we're going to shut you the fuck down? I mean,
I saw one the other day.
You saw one the other day? Really? What was it?
It was about Trump and shit.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I think Anonymous did make an impact. Honestly, they did.
Oh, no,
Because-
don't deny.
Because here's the thing. Anonymous is doing something that the upper 1% are afraid of. they are literally scaring they are scaring the shit out of the upper 1% in a very big way.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing that Anonymous has not made an impact, but what I am saying is that they have slowed down to a slow crawl, and I am wondering why. I'm like, did they lose steam? Did the government get them and just shut down these key people who were able to make that kind of an impact? Or are these?
I don't know.
Or are they
They're just being low key right now. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that was my next point. Are they
active? They're just not as public now because there's more danger.
Yeah, are they
3301
taking a step back, just till the heat dies down? Or are they just taking their time, being quiet, and planning something really fucking big?
The second one, for sure.
Without a doubt. I refuse to believe that Anonymous, an omnipotent entity such as itself, that exists solely on an idea, could just up and become stagnant. I refuse to believe that. I mean, especially with what they have accomplished since the whole thing with Scientology. And I kind of have to bring this up because they had talked about a year ago wiping everybody's debt clean and going out to these bankers and all this shit. But nothing really happened with that. Ooh, buggy. And I'm kind of wondering, what ever became of that? Whatever became of operations like wipe out everybody's fucking debt, or even just go into the criminal justice system and wipe out the records of nonviolent offenders.
What you gotta understand about Anonymous is that they do a lot of operations that are basically sleight of hand. Look this way while we do this thing. So, while at the same time they're generating all this attention. Hey, we're gonna wipe out all the debt. We're gonna wipe out this and this. They're getting all that attention on these certain aspects, and they're getting any government who's actually worried about their threat are going to be focusing on security in those aspects of the thing they threat. So while they're distracted on that, they're free to go.
Look to the right while I attack from the left.
Pardon?
Look to the right while I attack from the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's an interesting way of going about it. And I think that's definitely maybe a new approach that's being implemented here, because initially it was Anonymous was very vocal about what they were doing. They didn't hide it. I mean, look at what they did when they took over the PlayStation Network. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
we are Anonymous. We're on your PlayStation.
I had people messaging me that were like friends that are like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on in PlayStation?" I'm just like,
it's
all for the kicks, bro. It's all for the lulz.
That's like the Lizard Squad hacking into the PSN network and Xbox Live on Christmas for 2 years.
That's what we're talking about is Lizard Squad. Well, then there's a lot of Anonymous members that are like, "Oh, we don't affiliate with Lizard Squad." It's like, whatever, man. I don't give a shit what they do. That was funny to me. Take out PlayStation on Christmas, whatever.
What's you guys' thoughts on Cicada 3301?
Say again?
What is your guys' thoughts on Cicada 3301?
3301.
Never heard of it.
Cicada 3301.
Go ahead and explain what that is, because I'm not even sure I'm familiar with that.
They come around once a year around January for the last 4 years.
Probably what?
It's going.
I'm reading about it right now. That's actually really interesting.
If you go to 4chan and look up 3301 Cicada.
I got it on Wikipedia right now. It's actually really interesting.
What do you got?
Apparently it's just this mysterious group that comes on every once in a while. They've appeared 6 times so far, and they post a bunch of puzzles and alternate reality games to recruit code breakers. So they're intelligence games and stuff. And they're like codes within the games to recruit. Oh, that's really neat.
Do you think this is a CIA operation, or do you think it's a legitimate, like a non?
Well, it says, yeah, well, that's what one of the speculations is. And yeah, that's, many.
They are. Well, they're referred to anonymous, but more mysterious than ever. I mean, I've been looking into them for the last 4 years. I mean, they're more mysterious than ever, man. I mean, look, they had 2 people that actually made it to the end, and one guy was offered a part of the group, decided to walk away.
It's actually really interesting stuff, man.
Okay.
But they are more mysterious than anonymous. I mean, in a very big way. I mean, anonymous is out there, but they're low key, but not like these guys.
Yeah.
These guys come around about once a year, around January 4th, for some amount of time. Then they're back on the run again.
They're probably operating under numerous identities. That's probably why you don't track them. They pop up at this time with this identity and then pop up somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm saving this page. This is cool, man.
It's not a bad idea.
Well, thanks, Revan, for bringing that up, because that's definitely interesting for me. I'm going to read more about that.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of research on them for the last 4 years, and they are very interesting. Mysterious, very mysterious, but really interesting. Hey, these guys were also involved in last year's election too.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
And I mean, they would release information on Hillary. I mean, holy shit!
The info on Hillary.
Yeah.
Last I heard, it was the whole argument. Oh, the Russians did it. The Russians did it. And then it was an anonymous source leaked to WikiLeaks, and that was about the extent I had heard about it. It was an unidentified source. I don't want to say an anonymous source because it wasn't necessarily linked to the group Anonymous, but it was an unidentified source.
The NSA did it. The NSA hacked into the DNC.
They?
Yeah, the NSA hacked into the DNC because they don't want Hillary in office. Period. So it was the NSA that hacked into the DNC.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I gotta go, guys.
Oh, that's a good time then to end it off, because I gotta go too. Well, I don't gotta go, but I want to go.
Yeah, I mean, we're about 2 hours onto this.
Let's
do this next week. I got a friend of mine who wants to come on and discuss mental illnesses. Not only dealing with mental illnesses yourself, but also if you have a child or a loved one who is dealing with mental illness. I think these are elements that would be interesting to discuss. So we can pop.
I'll be there.
Well, I got tomorrow too. So if you run into any topics, and if you want to do something improv tomorrow, I'm probably going to be around.
Well, I'll be at work. Let's try to maybe aim for Saturday. Is everybody free on a Saturday?
I work every Saturday, so.
Okay. So let's.
Sundays and Mondays I have off.
Okay, so let's keep it as Sundays, and we'll see what we can do, and we'll get something worked out.
You want to try to make this a weekly thing?
Yeah, I'd like to try to make this a weekly thing. So I'm having fun with this, and it's more fun and intellectually stimulating to have multiple people coming in and discussing these topics. And you get a much broader perspective rather than just my particular point of view or anyone else's particular point of view. We get a variety of points of view to look at and explore and really make people think. So I really enjoy doing this, and I'd like to do it more, and I'd like to get a few other people involved in this more. I'd like to get Connor involved in it more directly, and I'd like to, get Cursed Wolf back on this you know, he's got some interesting thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, he's always an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's always been interesting. And, you know, we've got a few other people who've got some things that they want to.
I've been talking to him off and on for the past few months on Messenger.
Yeah, he recently added me on Facebook, and he wants to get back into doing that. I invited him to join tonight, but he never wound up panning out. Cole, he's an interesting guy. You know, he's very particular. He's kind of, I think, stuck in the paradigm of the left. You know, he kind of, I think he kind of got sucked back into that left-right paradigm. You know, and he's kind of leaning more towards the leftist on that. You know, kind of forgetting the whole that there is no right or left. That is all an illusion of choice. But you know, he likes to chime in every now and again. I don't know if he really wants to get involved in the roundtables, but you know, maybe we can have him on at one point, provided he and Genevieve don't kill each other. I see you smiling, Genevieve. Bust out them titties.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off.
All right, I'm gonna call it a night.
Have a good
And
night, everybody.
yeah, and for everybody
Yeah, bro.
else, this is Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance.